Hello students, this is Rohit Bansal from Institute of Humanities, and this is in continuation with the questions that are being posted on Telegram channel for daily practice. Now today's four questions are: question number 1. According to Hobbes' theory, why is an absolute state necessary for the preservation of individualism? So you must know that there is a debate whether Hobbes is an individualist or he is an absolutist, because although he starts as an individualist when he talks about the concerns of an individual, security of an individual. In fact, his methodology is also based on the emotions happening within the individual. And that is why he is more a promoter of ethical relativism rather than ethical universalism. But at the same time, he ends up giving an absolute solution in the form of an absolute state. But it should be noted here that when we talk about absolutism in Hobbes, it does not mean total control. It does not mean a totalitarian state. Rather, his absolute state is there to preserve the life, preserve the order, and to give a stability to the society as a whole. And that is why people go on for a social contract. And in this question, option B is the most correct. It says, absolute state prevents the chaos that would arise from the individuals acting purely on self-interest, thereby protecting them from each other. See, one of the basic premise of Hobbes' understanding is man is selfish. Man always acts in self-interest. So expecting them to lose the fundamental of their core human thing of being self-interested man cannot be expected. So what is the one thing that can be done to ensure that people do not affect the stability of the society is creating an absolute state. The state will ensure that people follow law, people follow the dictates of the state. Why? Because as a sovereign state has the power of punishment. And this thought is also given in Chanakya when he says that Dand Niti is the very prominent Niti of the state. Only state can be the final giver of the punishment. If somebody else is also holding the power to punish, that means that state is almost a failed state, as we see in Pakistan, as we see in Afghanistan, etc. Got it? So question number 1, option is B. Question number 2, which statement best explains why Hobbes is considered by some as the greatest of all individualists despite his advocacy for an absolute state? See, again, this question is highlighting the debate or the dilemma between him being an absolutist or him being an individualist. Again, I will say here absolutism does not mean totalitarianism. Here absolutism only means that there is one authority which has the power to punish, and that is state. Here also, option B is the most correct, which says Hobbes' view that the absolute state is a means to an end, which is the preservation of an individual, aligns individualism with the necessity of the state authority for the protection. Because when you will analyze other options, you will find that somewhere they have given absolutely untrammeled power to the state, or somewhere they are only promoting individualism. But no, in Hobbes, there is a balance between two of them. Coming to question number 3. How does Hobbes' approach differ from that of Plato and Aristotle regarding political obligation and the right to resist? Now remember, in both Plato and Aristotle, they are coming from such a school of thought whereby state is seen more like an organic institution. When I say organic institution, it means natural. It means nobody can challenge state at any point of time. But from Hobbes onwards, we see the rise of instrumentalist theory of the state, whereby the political obligation, the state, everything is seen more like a quid pro quo. That means give and take. That means what? You are observing the dictates of the state, you are observing law as long as state is there to protect you. The moment state fails or the state starts acting arbitrarily against your right to life, you have right to resist. Okay? So when Plato and Aristotle are expecting absolute obligation towards state, Hobbes will make a space for some kind of resistance against the state, especially when state starts acting arbitrarily. So here also option B, which says Hobbes allows for resistance when the state arbitrarily takes away life, whereas Plato and Aristotle do not provide any such right to resist. Okay, यहाँ पे we also covered theory of state. That is instrumentalist theory of the state versus organic theory of the state or the natural theory of the state. Again, moving forward, question number 4. Why does Hobbes believe that an absolute state is the most logical outcome of individualism? Again, here option B would be the most correct, which says Hobbes believes that since individuals are self interested, seek self preservation, only a powerful absolute state can effectively prevent conflicts and ensure security. So, see here, you cannot expect individuals to give up on their very basic instincts, which is being governed by the self interest. So, that is why one beneficiary of the social contract is the state, whereby all the people who are the part and parcel of social contract are expecting state to ensure people do not fight, people are in following law and order, but for that state has been given the power to punishment. So this is all for today's four question. If you want to be updated regarding all these questions, please follow us on Telegram and YouTube channel as well. Links are in details. Thank you and have a good day.